What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, y'all? I am your girl, Kandi, and I'm about to speak on it. Well, speak on it.
She doesn't want to talk to you right now.
That's fine.
So, this week's episode. You know they always say the real drama right to the end, so let me get through the other things that happened first.
Oh my God, your cousin fought Kandi? She like to fight people, huh? Y'all really are related. Yo, them Pittmans is crazy.
They are kind of teasing us with this Drew and Ralph drama.
It just makes me a little stressed.
It's like they show us tidbits of them.
We like Ike and Tina. I also need to focus on the things I need to go and do.
I hope it doesn't put a wedge between us.
All of those things are little pieces they dropping because I guess that stuff is brewing and that's gonna be coming soon. So we need to be paying attention to the Drew and Ralph of it all.
Give them life, 7, 8, push. Hit.
Much love to Drew. Her single is out right now, so if you want to see the video for Already Know, that is out. The song, you get streaming. It's actually a good song, and I actually think that Drew can sing. Add it to your playlist. Much love to Drew. Now, moving right along.
When I see that you're just as ignorant as Scooter Brown. I thought I was coming to a brunch, not my crucifixion.
I've been told that this is the last week of this mess between Marlo and I. Okay? So, luckily, you'll be getting to the other drama soon because we are tired, honey. We are tired of her reinventing her reasoning for being so upset about what Drew said at Drew's event.
Hi, ladies.
Hi. Y'all do realize that that's where it all started, right?
Okay. Kandi, what's going on with Blaze? There was like an incident.
All of the trauma was brought back to her in that moment.
Okay, I'm ready to go home, you guys.
When Drew said incident.
Do you think she was receiving what Courtney was saying about, trying to, I guess, get past her trauma? Because she's saying now all she wanted was, I guess, a little more attention from you during that time.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Why did you not address it with her before? Like you just...
I hadn't seen her.
Oh.
I hadn't seen her.
1 minute, it was because everybody don't hold me accountable.
Therapy works, y'all. I'm telling you, seek it.
That's what she said at first, right? Everybody, if anything, if she hadn't been dealing with something like, she used herself as an example, we would use the word stabbing, but people don't hold me accountable. That's when she said she was so upset, correct? All right, now it's because I didn't give her flowers.
Just condolences. So foolish. That was it. That was my only point.
And so she's explaining these things to Courtney. These girls, they don't know Marlo. So they are feeding into this BS. Especially this dang old Sonja child.
And then I come back and hang out with y'all ass. and get back to the hood, as your homegirl says.
Sonja is really starting to annoy me. On the show and off. Oh my God. Okay, so Sonja, honey, it's like she's really trying hard to have Marlo's back in this show, which is cute.
I don't want for you guys to feel like I'm not being a good friend to y'all because I'm friends with Marlo.
She's really trying hard. She's trying hard to pick a side.
Oh, no, brother.
Y'all said y'all wanted her to pick a side, so she's picking a side.
She explained why she's friends with them, and you listened to her completely, but you were like explaining to her, I feel sometimes it's not that you have to defend me, like you're joining in with the laughs and the...
Right.
Did she even answer that?
Because I be feeling like you be riding the fence sometimes.
No, it's not about riding the fence. Like, I don't want to keep getting burned in Marlo's fat.
Here's the thing. I think Sonja, on one hand, she says she doesn't want to feel like she's made to choose or made to pick a side.
I'm not going to let how one person feels about the other interfere with my friendship with them.
I understand that because I've been in that place before on this show. In the past, older seasons, there were times where I was kind of like the middle person. I felt like I did it a little bit better than Sonja. But the person who I think did it the best would probably be Cynthia. She was really kind of good at not being a part of the shade throwing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's not laughing at you.
Yeah, you didn't feel like she was dogging you out with the other squad. But with this situation with Sonja, what annoys me is that, clearly they've already shown you how she'll be sitting with them and kind of laughing at the situation or laughing at the person, laughing at me, actually.
Is it a nervous laugh?
I don't know if it's a nervous laugh. I do have a nervous laugh as well. Good. I don't really know what her laughter is, but they've already shown that she's kind of like leaning the other way amongst the other girls when these things happen. In this situation, it's like she's trying so hard to understand Marlo's side in this. It's like she's going with whatever narrative Marlo is giving, but at the end of the day, sweetheart, it happened during the pandemic, during 2020, and even since you've been on the show, you ain't heard nothing about it. You ain't heard nothing about her being upset with me because I didn't send her flowers. I would like to know how many of the other ladies sent her flowers. Maybe Nene sent her flowers. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't get any flowers with Melvin. I didn't get any type of... I'm thanking God that Melvin is still here. But what I'm saying is, yes, there have been times, and I'm not saying that Marlo isn't a thoughtful person. I had multiple deaths in my family over the last few years. I ain't seen no flowers. Like, I don't know why she's acting like she's always, putting out this narrative like she's expecting so much from me when she's never really been a real friend to me, guys. I mean, you guys have seen that on the show, right? Like, me and her don't have like a real friendship. You said that you don't feel like I'm just doing my part because I'm not basically speaking up and I'm not holding, what else did she say? Holding people accountable. I'm not holding people accountable and saying things or whatever because this is what we get paid to do, basically. Mm-hmm. So my question to you is, which it's always a tough situation, right? When we are trying to have a cool relationship with each other or whatever. But my question to you is, at what point do we have some type of, okay, I'm not going to go all the way and put you all the way on blast? Like, are we supposed to be more loyal to our job, to the show, or just to the, respect and relationship of each other? Like,
you know what, Kandi? That question, I'll say your job. It's work, and it's a tough thing, work and pleasure. So that's why you can't have too many friends at work. Right. But I just feel at the end of the day, Riley is your priority over Marlo.
Okay.
Ace is your priority. So at the end of the day, someone who has already crossed you, who said that you did some awful things that took you to a dark place. Okay. We're not going to defend that.
We have been, cordial and cool and all of that over the years, but it ain't like we've ever been tight to where she should have expectations of me.
I feel no matter what, Kandi knows I'm not a nasty person.
She knows I won't do anything to hurt her.
I don't have to talk to her on the phone. We never have done that anyway, 24/7.
And not to mention, as I explained to Sonja, you got different types of friends, right? I'm not necessarily that friend that thinks to sing you little gifts all the time or, send flowers all the time. I've been trying to get better at that, but that ain't necessarily the friend that I am. I'm the friend that, like, when you feeling down and depressed, I'm like, girl, come on, let's go get something to eat. Girl, what are you over there depressed about? What we about? Let's get this money. Let's get this bag. Or if you, like got some ideas and you need somebody to help you in that area, like, that's the type of friend I am. Or who will see something in you to say, hey, you could be better. You could be doing more. You could be doing this. And, I'm that friend. I'm the motivational friend. Sometimes you need those type of friends. And sometimes you need the friend that you got to be depressed and you want to cry and all of that. And that's cool. But my friends know I'm not really, even though y'all see me cry on the show or whatever, I'm not really that person. I don't like to sit in sorrows and sadness because I definitely started losing a lot of people close to me at a very young age. As I explained, I lost my brother when I was 15. And at that point, I went to school the next day after my brother passed. Well, it was a summer program. I went to school the next day. And a lot of people were like, why are you here? And I said, because I don't want to just sit home and cry. Like, I didn't want to feel that, if that makes sense. So some people are different and some people feel different things. And as for her feeling like I'm supposed to be doing something to cheer her up. I mean, me and her have been talking about this. I mean, not talking about that, but talking through these last few years. And she's never made me feel in any way that she was holding a grudge with me about giving her flowers.
Why did you not address it with her before? Like, you just...
I hadn't seen her.
They came to stay, ladies and gentlemen. Is it she by Sheree? Yes.
Oh.
I hadn't seen her.
Yeah, it don't even make sense because, yeah, she did sit right on the show and said, when Courtney asked her the question we're all asking,
why did you not address it with her before?
Why haven't you said anything before now? She said,
I hadn't seen her.
What? She's sat down with us for Speak On It. Hey, what's up, y'all? I am your girl, Kandi, and to my left, I have Marlo, and we are about to speak on it. Well, they showed her come to my house, right? You know, we done filmed multiple seasons since then, and this is the first time I'm hearing of her being upset about this. The other part of the whole thing that really irritates the hell out of me is that I do feel that some of these women find things just out of the blue to make an issue, to make a story on the show.
I just wanted you to say, hey, can I get your sister's phone number?
And I definitely feel like this is one of those things. I feel like, you know, she doesn't like the fact that people don't come at me enough. And I feel like she just used this as a thing to come at me for.
I think she was going to use this. If nothing happened at Blaze, she was still going to have to find a way to bring this into her story.
The way she just blew up out of Drew out of nowhere, it was just crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you was just looking for a moment to make this a story. And that's why I'm just like, I ain't finna play this game with her no more.
Marlo is making this so dramatic.
At first, she got all up under my skin, but in this episode, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not finna play this game with her. And let's go back to Sonja before I move on to finish this off about Marlo.
See, that's the energy, because I was with Sheree the other day, and we want everybody to be Gucci.
Sonja really starting to get on my nerves with this whole trying to be Marlo's attorney.
Marlo keeps saying it's not about her saying that you are responsible for the murder.
Or her counselor, her spokesperson.
I do not need you to be trying to be her lawyer today.
No, I'm not gonna, Kandi, I'm not being a lawyer.
I don't know what she's trying to be.
What I'm saying is that you are focused on something that is not the issue.
But she can do it somewhere else because I'm not hearing it.
If it was the issue, I would
You don't even know that woman like that to even be trying to tell me what she thought and how she's feeling. You only know what she portrays when those cameras are on.
I really think Marlo is valid.
You done seen some other things happen when the camera's off. So, like, my thing is, like, lady, don't come at me saying, oh, you know, she's just, no, I don't want to hear it. That's why, really, Sonja almost had me hot at that Gucci brunch.
Marlo keeps saying it's not about her saying that you are responsible for the murder.
When she started doing too much, like, all this, don't be over here mediating for her. Don't be, I don't want to hear it.
That's what I got to say about that. Her and those flowers.
They steady be trying to say people are speaking for me just because, okay, I can't help it that Kenya just don't like you, okay? Kenya just don't like Marlo, so every chance she get, she gonna hit her with a 1-2.
Bitch, like I need your respect out of all the people here.
With some shade or whatever.
Bottom rung, bitch.
That's just who Kenya is. It ain't got nothing to do with her trying to speak up for me.
Gotta go back to the bottom rung. Bye.
And Drew had her own issue with Marlo.
Bringing it up.
But Drew, wait, I'm gonna tell it, Drew.
okay? Because she was still feeling away because Marlo had screamed on her. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But y'all steady want to be like, oh, Kandi's minions or Kandi got people speaking for her. What do you call what Sonja was doing sitting right at the table?
Marlo keeps saying it's not about her saying that you are responsible for the murder.
What did you call it? Help me understand. Because it definitely looked like she was speaking for Marlo. Am I tripping? And she was getting on my nerves while doing it. And what I was saying before about how Sonja getting on my nerves on the show and off. Yeah, I saw that little clip of her doing the interview saying that she could see me off the show next season. Did you really say that?
And that's all I gotta say.
You see me off, but you don't see you off? Okay, boo-boo. She sees me off, and she sees, was it Kenyan? Yeah, she was trying to bring back people that she's been fans of on the show. You don't even know them people. You don't even know those people. You want to bring back these people that you ain't even met before, some of them.
Hell no.
I'm just really cracking up because, like, you are talking as a fan. And if we want to talk about what the fans have to say, then you might not want to be talking about who shouldn't be here. Because I seen what the fans be saying online. If you going to talk about me not being here next year, ma'am, then you might want to talk about yourself. People love to try to say that I am responsible or I am firing or I have something to do when people are not on the show.
I mean, it's so stupid at this point.
Right? They always want to give me the blame, right? Which really, in fact, there's only been one person that I said I don't want to be on the show with, ever. Anybody else, I've never said that I don't want to be on the show with them people. Like, I don't care if I don't get along with them. I don't care if I don't get along with them because, to be honest with you, I really don't want to influence whether somebody is here or not because I don't want to, like, step on somebody's paper, right? So, how am I not? Because according to the world, I'm always responsible when somebody ain't here.
Don't answer the other question of who would you want on the show, because that means you're eliminating. So answer the question of who you would want fired.
Yeah, well, typically when at least about this season, I typically was like, keep what we have because we finally like get to a point where people are picking their whatever, how they feel about whoever, and add some people. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. But either way, there's life after the show. We've seen other people have life after the show. So when it's whoever's time to go, it's going to be their time to go. Whether it be me or you. The one thing that I will say about Sonja, I've always told people I like Sonja. You know what I mean? I thought we was, pretty cool. But the more and more, further we get, the more and more it feels like she's picking a side. And if the side that you want to pick is over there, stay over there. That's how I look. That's why, because it's just like, for me, I hold back on certain people, right? Certain people, you hold back a little bit just because you don't really want to drag them. Because you're so sweet, I don't want to drag you like that. But you keep on. Now back to the episode.
It just starts to feel like our group is divided.
Everybody did feel that this season was even more divided. And I don't know if, once you added Courtney to the mix, it was really, for real, like Courtney, Marlo, Sheree, Sonja, and it was like Drew, me, Kenya, and Mayetta. But it was a little bit different, and I think that it's going to become even more so divided as the season goes on because it's like a real line is in the sand. Yeah, like I don't even want to talk to you.
Bitch, you are built like a whole square. You are bad body. Your man don't even want you. Bitch, you are deranged.
It's really happening. I think last year we were being a lot more cordial.
So that's what it is.
That's not what I want to do.
Okay, well,
I actually speak to you woman to woman.
And I said no.
It wasn't like a clear separate groups.
Deal with it.
I love that she embraced how we all wear wigs.
She's so busy trying to talk about me.
How am I trying to talk about you?
But now it's like separate groups.
Kandi seems cool.
Hi, ladies.
Sheree is cool with everybody, but she throws shade at me every chance she get, but then steady be saying that I'm the shade thrower.
Yeah.
Which is fine if she wants to feel that way, but she has to go back to the original shade. It came from you, boo.
Girl, honey.
And then you get mad when my return fire. You know what I'm saying? I guess my return fire feels a lot more heated. You're doing it. Like, every time you come back and say something, like I said, I've not done any interviews really this season so far. None. The only thing I've done was speak on it. And we know with speak on, I'm doing clearly as far as to speak on the episode itself, what we've seen, what we see on the show, whatever. So I'm not going to the blogs and, you know, whatever. I'm not doing extra episodes where people can ask me questions and pry and get me to say more. Y'all are doing that. And that's fine. I honestly feel like a lot of times Sheree, you know, like as far as like how she went in on Mayetta on Twitter and stuff, it's like you just went to her house, but you went in on her on Twitter. I think Sheree blurs the lines of just turning up for the sake of the show.
Drew really is a ditzy bitch.
But thinking that everybody is not really supposed to feel a way about it. The thing about Sheree, like I said, we will have these shady moments and then you'll see her and she'll still be like, hey.
She's for herself.
I feel like, especially, you know, with Sheree and her being on the show as long as she's been on the show, it's, and Marlo, they feel like, you know, we should be able to just go in on each other and everybody's supposed to come back together, kumbaya next day. Because that's what we do on this show. We do all this arguing, drama, and then we have to still come together and film together. It's kind of weird because at a certain point, it's like you can take certain things, but then you never know when it might be that one thing that set that person off where they really can't come back from it. This is not a real friendship. Let's start there. And that is my point with what I was saying at the Gucci brunch. Stop coming at me, telling everybody my character bad, blah, 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 blah. Because we ain't friends. Fuck your flowers. That's just where I was at with it. I'm like, I'm not finna do no arguing with you no more. I'm not finna try to make up an excuse or try to make you feel better about why you didn't get flowers. Fuck your flowers. Fuck them. That's just how I felt. I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit no more. You ain't get no flowers. Don't come back to me 2-3 years later talking about you upset because you didn't get flowers. Don't come back to me 2-3 years later, you yelling and screaming on people. Oh, crying. Oh, she didn't give me flowers. Don't you do it. But here you come. Because you and I are not friends like that. We aren't. So don't be having those expectations of me. Only for yourself. And fuck your flowers. I am done with that. That's how I feel. I am done with it. I don't have nothing else to say about it. I'm over it. The other thing I had to say is I just felt like, if anything, I felt like it was foul for her to bring this whole situation up because I've been through a trauma of my own brother being lost. It takes time to kind of get through that. You know, that first year is really tough. Crying all the time, you know, to yourself, even if you're not crying in public, right? The second year, you're still emotional. Every time a birthday happens or Christmas or, you know, the day of their passing happens, you go through this emotional turmoil all over again. So for me, I hate being dragged into this with Marlo for her family. Because I hate that they're having to hear about this. And it's re-upsetting them, I'm sure, every time they hear it. Making them more upset. You know what I mean? For the sake of television. I feel like she was doing it for the sake of television, but you're dragging your family's name. And you're really trying to make it about me and what I didn't do. But at the end of the day, we didn't really know each other like that. So they would have moved on with their life not really caring about me like that. You know what I'm saying? But you are making it an issue and you're making it a problem. And now they're seeing me and you arguing about it and they're probably taking it personally. When these arguments is not towards them, your nephew, it's towards you. You, Marlo. Anyway, other than Sonja trying to take over Marlo, Courtney trying to understand where Marlo's coming from, and Sheree throwing a Gucci brunch where Kenya wasn't having it.
Put on your best and I'll do the rest.
Just don't be a sour coochie. Join me for drinks and a few sausage links. Let's all be Gucci.
Oh, wow. Do I feel like Sheree missed the mark on making it a Gucci event instead of a She by Sheree? Well, here's the thing. Could it have been a She by Sheree theme? Yes. I'm a business owner too, right? So I understand just because I have restaurants don't mean I can't go eat at other restaurants. You know what I mean? So just because she has the clothing brand doesn't mean she can't do something with a different clothing brand. Get what I'm saying? Now, would she have done better to make the most of the opportunity to continue to promote her brand? Yeah. But she never really wears her brand that often. Not in group scenes, anyway.
My site's been up for 2 months.
I thought it was a cute event as far as the theme of it all. And yeah, I thought it was cute.
We need to be Gucci.
We all need to be Gucci.
Ooh, child, let me tell you, honey. And next week, they gonna have me and Sheree.
Yeah, with the stuff from She by Shein and the stuff that.
No, She by Sheree. She's not by She.
Having our little back and forth. But yeah, next week should be interesting. Oh, my girl Kenya is going through something real though, trying to figure out what to do with her embryos.
Can I have another baby? You know, I want Brooklyn to have a playmate. I want her to, you know, to have a buddy.
And what I will say about that is, I think it'll be a little tough, especially because she don't have the best communication with her ex. But at the same time, if she really wants to have a child, I understand why she wants to use the embryos she already has. Because it's a hard process even getting an embryo. Let's all pray for her and hope it works out for the best. Anyway, make sure you catch me next week because I know I'm going to have a lot to say. Thank you for watching. Speak on it. Well, speak on it.